Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, freaking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this thing on? Or am I just losing it? Because by now, I don't know. Is it me? Or is there a force and an energy of some type of density taking place? Because it's hitting home. In every home that I know of the people I've spoken with who are dealing with a transition, a transformation, an awakening of sorts, some type of a shift that is going to push each of us into another phase of life, depending on who you are, where you're from, what you believe in, what you've invested your time and energy into up to now. Age is not a factor. So with that, is there some major distraction taking place that has bombarded the consciousness of the human beings? Because are we believing what the news is saying, that there's destruction and lack? I can't understand what has shifted in its entirety just yet. However, what I do know, based on my current experiences in this life up to date, the things that I've heard, the things that I've seen, the people that detest another human being, human on human freaking crime for no reasons, is, yes, running rampant. But I'm here to say to anyone who can hear the sound of my words coming out of this vessel, which is not me that you can see with this physical dense body. What is that? It's flesh. It can be shot. It could be demolished. It could simply be tortured over a period of time until someone else deems your fate in this lifetime. I'm freaking at a tilting point only because the earth has tilted again. Look at the sky. Judge by where the sun's rays rise. And then where does it set? It's, if you noticed, constant. Monitor the moon when you look up in the sky at night on a cyclic basic, meaning regularly, every cycle, every anu, however you want, however long you want. Any night that it is clear, observe the moon. And guess what? Some nights it does not show up. I don't know how it happens. Sometimes it shows up late even. Let's just reverse that. It's late and at nights there are times when I know I've observed the moon on a given day and knew it was in the sky at a certain time on the clock, and its figure was such, whether it was waxing or waning into its full state, back to a new moon phase. It's always showing up late. It's always in a different spot at a different freaking time. Unlike the sun, what does that mean to me? It means the moon is an external movable object. Hold that thought. The sun being in its stationary positions as the earth rotates, indicates a portal, something stationary, something opening. You hear lately the sun is getting brighter. It is getting brighter. You know why? Because it's opening up even more the portal that is directly in control of the life on this planet. The rays that it sends down, however long it takes to reach me and permeate through me as the warmth standing on Gaia at the same time, which is where we get our roots. We're grounded. There's gravity pulling us down. She, as our mother who's nurturing us, is protecting us via our feet on top of her. So how much more would I be a feminine force as a female with genitals that indicate such, hormones that secrete, that indicate that I'm a female with feminine characteristics of nurturing another, which is my mother, my mothers, those other feminine aspects of me that also roam around this planet and about on their own journeys, having their own experiences. How can I not have compassion for her? How many of hers are there on top of her? There's millions to one man, if you will, virtually. There's billions probably to one man if he's sitting at home and he's cool with that and he's got a whole list full of women showing things that she could do with her vajayjay, whatever you want to call your cookie. I don't know. So if she's doing that and he has access to that at the tip of his fingertips, like, what the hell am I? Who am I to say, no, you can't do that? Oh gosh, how beautiful these women are, as I've observed the industries to no end. The conversations get pretty heated. I'm directly in the fire every day. I had to find my flame. I had to create it. I had to create a space so that we could talk about situations that are out of our control, and then we blame the other person who's directly in proximity of us, even if they have a title. It doesn't matter the title. What matters is, do I care enough about you? And even if I falter and forget or lose my devices, if you will, to communicate effectively, is that off with your head type behaviors now, where I don't respond to a device because I'm in a space where I need to be with my own self, and because I don't respond in a timely fashion that warrants the takeaway? It's the big takeaway. Wow. In this day and age, yeah, I didn't call. Surely I returned home at the appropriate time. For me, I know what mission I was on. I didn't have to share it with anyone. Someone who I already know would squash the idea anyway. Wow. Whoa. So Each person on this life, each human being that rejects another human being, it's inevitable that what I've understood in spiritual places, when that is done amongst human on human crime, the perpetrators of the crime, most times on high, are reprimanded. And there's a time delay. Typically, monitor it yourself after a full moon, after a new moon, and then try a super long red ecliptical moon in this year of 2018, whatever that equates to you. Try figuring out what happens to you days later when something massive hits the sky and then generates that power outwardly onto you, inside of you. What type of behaviors will you have externally? Will you reject yourself? Most people do. They eat and consume things that kill them slowly from the moment it's ingested. However regularly it's done, it doesn't matter. It's doing the same thing to the same filters inside the body. If it doesn't matter the person, our organs were our children. If I could say that out loud and people not think that I've lost it totally. Who taught us to bear children and do it at a time that beforehand we can't do it again? Like, how long do you go through a lifetime attempting to take care of someone else who doesn't even want your care? They don't even care about the care that you provide or have provided over a consistent period of time. Yeah, I'm speaking about my life. And no one can say to me that my story is irrelevant. We all have a story. We're all having our own individual experiences here, now. Every step that we take, we're creating our future. We're building our past. We have memories. We have thought. We have processes. There's all types of ideas and fantasies and desires and passions that are untapped because people want to freaking sit back and just chill. Listen to some cool music, watch a cool movie, and then what else is there to do but fuck? I mean, what the hell? You putting on the sex music, you're putting on the sex videos. How else? What am I now? What do you do? You go inside and figure out how to not let the external forces pull you into their field of destruction and despair. It isn't going to happen on my watch. So whomever can hear the sound and the tone and the frequency of my voice, and you know we're all in this together. We're all experiencing life. Keep living, keep breathing, keep taking risks, keep moving forward, whatever that is. Don't give up, don't stop. Keep speaking to yourself, keep telling yourself how much you love you, and give yourself a kiss wherever you can reach, to whatever extent, however intimate you'd like to be with yourself and others. There are levels to it. We can't go from 0 to 100 in an instant. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to go from first base to home overnight. I mean, there are processes of healing, processes of romancing, processes of intimacy, processes of lovemaking. It isn't just one way, and there's definitely not just one person responsible for it. I am so sorry to take the traditional ways that is so highly respected as a monogamous quest to be the one person to touch and be touched by that being who touches you the most. But when they stop touching you the most, then what the hell do you do? There has to be another way, an outlet where someone will come and touch you the way you need and for the duration of time that is needed for the therapeutic activity to take effect. But you can't just do it and stop and do it and stop and then think that over time that is relieving the issues. It compounds them even more for me and for other feminine aspects of me. These are levels of consciousnesses called entities of thought. You can't see them. They come and they go because they come and eat the energy from those powerful beings and steal the dreams of those who can't wake up. Like, how long does it take to awake? A lifetime? Well, by then it's a new life, a new realm that you're so unaware of because there was no prompting in the previous life. Get all that you need out of this life to be propelled into another realm, another plateau, another phase. We're doing it incrementally on this life. We have to master these experiences. We can't be going off on one another. We can't be giving up on one another. We can't be cutting off one another. We cannot continue refusing to be in the presence of the other. Why? Because why you want to be alone? Surely we all need love. We want to be touched and caressed. Or you're going to touch yourself for the rest of your life? You don't need me? Wow. I need me. How can you not? Because without me, I'm you. Without me, there is no you. But let me rephrase that. There's a duration of time. Maybe what we've already gathered from one another is enough. And we leave whole, healthy. That's the alternative at this point. I'd prefer that. I can't take away anything that belongs to you. I won't do it. I have enough of my own things to carry physically on this planet. It's weighing me down. How about I leave it all in the space that it's in and just go? 2 bags. That's all I need. And I don't need a car either. Nope. That won't stop what is already in place. I'm blameless. And I will be highly revered wherever I go because I put myself on that space, on that pedestal. I had to replace me and put me there, remove you and put me there. Now I'm standing in the throne. I make my own choices of my life journey. And when you hear how simple it is to generate harmony in your space and keep that going for a period of time, then let's talk. Hey, let's do it together. Because without one another, we will gradually get there. Together, we can get there even faster. I need to bolt on the abilities that you have to assist the overall goal. There's a cause on planet Earth. I didn't create the cause. I'm not documenting the timelines of humanity. I'm also a human being, and my life experiences are being documented. And you better believe the things that I do, the places that I go, the people that I see and speak with, they will be those who are winners. They are and have always been that. I see nothing less. And because I know we're all comprised of stardust, that makes us all stars. And we're all winners. So we all need to, and what we get to do is go inside and self-reflect on every little thing that causes you discomfort. If you can continue breathing through the thought of it, you've made it. Because guess what? The next time you have that thought, that discomfort and dis-ease will be a little less intense inside of you. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Push it out, blow it out, however you need to get it out. Do it and move forth into your greatness and own it. Whatever it is, do you, be you. Don't let no one next to you tell you you can't do what you know you were brought here to do. And if you have to gently up them, as I've understood you can do with a person, go in their presence and tell them 3 beautifully wonderful things about themselves first. And then go into how you feel about the overall circumstance amongst this union. And then move into your own areas of craft. Specialize your gifts, skills, and abilities. Certify yourself in the highest levels that you can, or whatever level that is necessary to do what you need to do now. Just one thing at a time, one document at a time, one fee at a time. That's all it takes. And I have the passion. I know what it takes because I'm doing it. And there's others who's doing it. But why are we toiling? Why are we fighting? What are we afraid of? The unknown for? Why? I don't know. I'm still questing myself. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for your presence and your support. And without you, there would be nothing that could be possible. With you, all things are possible. So do you and be happy to be you. Find your flame, whatever it is. I can keep talking for the rest of my life because I am filled up with every human being's desires. I sense them. That's one of the massive abilities. I feel humanity's struggles. I feel humanity's bliss. There's few of us with bliss. Way few of us with bliss. Too many few of us with bliss. I'm not happy with the numbers. So I'm here to explain how to obtain bliss. And it's simple. Relinquish the control of another human being and accept their expressions while they're in your space. Don't push them out. why would you? They will still remember how you treated them, and you will too. So be kind to yourself and others, and remember to share in all wholeness.